What's up guys, Randy here, back with another Smite video talking about the Smite Pro League. This time we're talking about the playoff tournament that's about to happen. Starts tomorrow actually, at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we're going to do a little bracket prediction. We're going to see who we think is going to win, how it's going to all play out. And I don't have this set up where it'll show like the match scores that I can predict, but I'll say it out loud so you'll understand. Okay, so we're going to start with this first match, Dragons versus Ravens. I think this is going to be really close. These teams are... I don't know. I just feel like they're going to go all five no matter what. But I think Dragons edge out the Ravens just a little bit. Move on to the next match. And as far as Levi's Kings, I think that'll be a close 3-0 for the Levi's. A close 3-0 because I think the Kings are improving, but they still need a lot to go before they're back to, having a chance to win Worlds. But I think they are improving, so they're going to make those games tough, but Levi's probably going to win out on it. And then these games, it's really hard to argue if Dragons beat the Ferrymen. I mean, the Dragons did it earlier this season, I'm pretty sure, but Ferrymen are just so good at tournaments. I don't think the Dragons have improved that much with Coast. They definitely gotten better, but being able to beat Paul and the boys, I don't think so. And this match is actually pretty close. I think I think Ferryman Dragons is a 3-1, by the way. 3-1 Ferryman. But Warriors Levi's, I think it's really close. I think it's another goes to 5. I think Levi's are going to edge out just barely. But definitely Warriors have a chance to win that. They could even win 3-0. Wouldn't be that surprised if that happened. But I think Levi's win 3-2. I think their drafts are they got a little more going on in drafts, I think, to get a little bit of advantage from that. Okay, on to the losers bracket. Warriors Ravens, I mean, it's really hard to argue that the Ravens can beat the Warriors at this point. Like, from what we've seen on with play on field, it's hard to argue that Ravens do win. But I think they're going to take in a 5 at least. I think it's going to be Warriors 3-2. And then Dragons Kings, as much as a Kings fan I am, I think that it's just going to be not good for the Kings. I don't think they have a good matchup with the Dragons right now. I think they used to, but I think the Dragons are more of a hot streak, and just the way the meta's shaping, I think that they'll be able to give them the 3-0. Unfortunate, sad for the Kings, but I'm expecting Kings to come in as a dark horse for the Worlds tournament. They're going to have a training arc, because they're going to be doing so many scrims to prep for the play-in tournament to make it to the World Championships, and then playing in the play-in tournament. I think that'll be a lot of good experience and practice for the Kings. I think that'll help them a lot, be a good boon for them. Now, all right, let's these matches don't count. They're not going to happen. It's basically these are for seeding now. It'll be these 4 teams making it to Worlds: Ferryman, Levi's, Warriors, Dragons, per my prediction, and then who do I think is going to come out first seed and who's going to be 3rd seed? I think Ferryman beat Levi's to be the first seed. I think there'll be a close match. Five games for sure. But I think Ferryman win just barely. Once again, I think their drafts are just a little bit better than the Levi's, as I was saying, against Levi's and Warriors. So I think their drafts, their flex picks, and just Aurora's going to have that one pick, whether it be Ganesh, Ymir, he's going to have that one support pick that you just have to play around or ban it, and it'll just have so much impact on the game that it'll be hard to argue against the Ferryman. I've been riding the Ferryman pretty hard the last few videos, but yeah, it's hard to argue with the play on field that we've seen. And then as far as this match, I think Warriors 3-0. They're so good. Warriors so good. It's hard to argue against them, but I argued against them here. I keep saying it's hard to argue, but I guess I suck at arguing my thoughts about these teams. But Warriors just play a little faster than the Dragons. I think the Dragons will be struggle to keep up, and with genetic shot calling, I think Warriors is a little bit better in the late game as well. So I find it hard to find the avenue that the Dragons can win. I mean, Lasmer gets active on map, Coast pops off. That is the avenue they win. Some along those lines, Dardas, Nika play their roles very well. That sounds a little like a non-statement, but that is how that team does good. Is Lazar pops off, Coast pops off, and then Mike, Dardes, and Nika just play their roles very well. They are role players, and that's not a bad thing. That is just how it is. So yeah, that's how I think the tournament's gonna go. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you would fill out the bracket. Who you think is gonna win. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.